National Brother Day. I'm happy to be here with you on National Brother Day. My brother.
I mean, brothers from another mother. Now, what I want to do is give our top 3 sports brothers. And you mentioned the Watts. I'll start there. I mean, I do understand there is another Watt brother out there, but I'm just talking about the 2 that we want to talk about.
Two of the 3 do the heavy lifting.
TJ and JJ. I mean, what more do you need to say? Those dudes they are ridiculous. In fact, I almost feel as though you can give me a little bit of insight here because they just build them different out there in Wisconsin. My best friend, who's from Maryland, but his wife is from Wisconsin, so they moved to Milwaukee. They've been married like 10 years. And I go and visit him every other year. We alternate. He comes to see me. I come to see him, right? And out there, George, I know you worked there for a time, so I need some insight here. But, I mean, these dudes, I don't know if it's the dairy or what, but I look at, like, high school athletes and college athletes. I mean, these guys are mammoth dudes. It's not a coinky-dink that Wisconsin always has great defensive linemen and offensive linemen. What is going on in Wisconsin? Because these Watt boys are built like cyborgs.
What is it? It's corn-fed boys?
I don't know. I'm asking you.
It's cheese curds, Culver's, plenty of fresh dairy.
Man.
The Watts are like a whole different story, though. Like, those guys are elite athletes. But I'd say it. I don't want to bag Wisconsin.
What?
But when I was there, you'd watch high school football, and you'd see the guys in the trenches. And you'd watch some hoop, you'd be like, yeah, but the elite athletes, like, it's not, Wisconsin doesn't jump off the board.
No.
The Watts are the exception to me. It'd be like exceptional, the exceptional.
Right.
Compared to, you'd get guys out of, like, L.A.
Right.
Oklahoma, especially the Tulsa area football-wise, Jersey.
Sure.
New York, Florida.
Cali.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's my one thing. Texas,
right.
Ohio even.
Right.
Football. Seriously.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And hoops too. So... But I would give it. The Watts are a whole.
The Watts are a different animal.
That is Wisconsin royalty, especially JJ.
Of course. Okay, and then obviously the Kelseys. I mean, come on.
Good one.
We're talking about the Kelseys here. They are running the world now between Taylor Swift and podcast and broadcasting and Super Bowls. They got it all cooking right now. So you got to have the Kelseys. And then I'm going to throw you a little curveball here.
Mm-hmm.
How about the Harbaughs, huh? I mean, we already saw a Harb Bowl in the Super Bowl. We may see a Harb Bowl in an AFC title game before long from now. Who knows? But, Jim, to be able to win on every level he's gone to, hasn't had a Super Bowl yet. I think it will come eventually with the Chargers. But we see him win on every level, college, pro. And then John, who I actually covered in Baltimore. I mean, these guys got it going on. So I'm going to go the Harbaugh boys as well.
I think that's a great one, rounding out with the Harbaughs.
Yeah.
It's like low-key we're going more coaching than athletes there with the Harbaughs. But it's a great call.
Well, it's sports
and they did play.
brothers.
No.
It's
I agree.
Brothers.
Because I went athletes all the way, so I like that coaching connect. I went Peyton and Eli.
Of course.
4 Super Bowls combined. And, like, Eli wasn't great, but, man, he was clutch. Mm-hmm. Patriots fans know plenty of it. And then Peyton's one of the best to ever do it. Mm-hmm. Not as good as Tom Brady, but one of the best. Then I went a little hockey. How about Rocket Richard and Henry Richard?
Oh.
Maurice Richard, first ever to 500 goals. First ever score 50 goals in a season. 8 Stanley Cups he won, and the Rocket Richard trophy's named after him. Then Henry, 11 Stanley Cups over 1,200 games with the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
Most Stanley Cups by any individual. Then finally I went Rondé and Tiki Barber. Like kind of afterthought, but like Rondé.
He's great.
The first like nickel corner to be elite at the position. Only guy in NFL history with 40-plus interceptions and 25-plus sacks in his career. 16 seasons, 232 starts, 3-time first-team All-Pro, Super Bowl champion. And then Tiki, not the biggest as his position, but when he was with New York, and he had that surprise early retirement, 31 years old, but 5 straight seasons of 1,200-plus yards from scrimmage. I mean, Tiki was a great running back for the Giants. Mm-hmm. Wasn't the most beloved guy off the field and everything, but he'd speak his mind and say what he wants, and I respect him for that. So those are my top 3. I like your top 3.
I like that. Now, listen. So I'm an only child. I believe you only have a sister. Is that right?
2 older sisters.
2 older sisters. So you don't have a brother. I don't have a brother.
Ah.
If you had to pick one athlete to be your sibling, who would it be? All time, anytime you want. I asked you this because I already have it in my head. So while you marinate, I'm going to tell you mine. I always was a big fan of Kevin Garnett. And I feel as though I would elect...
You 2 psychos.
Yes,
no.
Exactly. This is why I would elect Kevin Garnett as he would be my older brother, too. because I'd be like, you know what? Everyone thinks my older brother's already crazy. How many times in school all of us has dealt with this? Oh, don't talk to such and such. You know their older brother's crazy. So I'm already nuts. So if Kevin Garnett was my older brother, oh, you got double trouble now. You got my older brother who will get in your face, and he's a giant, and he'll dunk in your face. And then you got me, the psycho. Oh, my God. Can you imagine the trouble that me and Kevin Garnett could into if we were brothers? I would love it.
All right, that's a great question. I've never thought about this before. Never looked at athlete.
This is
I wish
why
I was
we
my
get
brother.
paid the minuscule bucks.
No, I wanted to say.
Just say it.
This is interesting. I'm going for a good time and someone that would look out for me.
Ah.
I'd go Pat McAfee.
Oh.
You can't tell me visiting him at West Virginia when he's my older brother would it be the best time. And you look at how he takes care of his guys on his show. Like if he gets the bag, they get the bag.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm playing a little nepotism here to get successful, but
Yeah.
he's someone that's always looking out for, like, does well in a business venture, helps out his family along the way. So I'm thinking monetarily only here.
This also speaks to your love for broadcasting, right?
Yeah,
like
that's-
you love, like, bro, I know you. I don't mind putting your business out in the street because we tight like that. Like George lives for this stuff. He does. Not that I don't, but there are levels to this, and I ain't on his level.
Appreciate
I mean,
it.
my brother is constantly, he's a student of the game. He watches tape. He's prepping. He lives this stuff. You know, I'm just a psycho. And so
But
that's why I
why
went
KG's
Kevin
a
Garnett.
perfect fit
right,
for you.
exactly. Like,
If I wasn't going to go, and by the way, thank you. As
It's
someone that
true.
I also watch your stuff.
true. It's
This
true.
isn't randomly giving flowers.
it's true.
I watch your stuff because I watch how you host, how you drive a conversation. It's stuff I look up to. You know what I mean? And as someone, you and me have been boys since day one. It's at Jersey Baltimore
Yeah,
Connect.
for sure.
But you're taking me under my wing, being a mentor without even knowing it. So I love you for it. If it wasn't McAfee, and this is what I was going to go, and I'll stick with this. This is short kings sticking with each other. Again, a good time, Julian Edelman.
Oh, no, see, you two would be trouble. You said out me and Garnett would be
Yeah.
trouble. Y'all two
Imagine
would
me
be
and
trouble.
Edelman like going out in Southie.
Yeah, that's
We'd
scary.
be fighting. He'd give me so many black eyes.
That is
kick
so
my
scary.
ass, but he'd make me tougher. And then that's a iron sharpen iron. That little mighty squirrel, like grinding the way he does to get ready. I would get in shape. And shoot, man, maybe I'd make it at Kent State, make it to the NFL. No, there's a lot more that has to go right that way.
Oh my gosh! Hey, we've been
That's a
telling you.
great question.
That's great, right?
Tweet at us. Who would you want your
Tweet-
sport brother to be?
tweet us.
Any athlete.
Tweet us, hotline us, do the whole nine.
I got Pat McAfee and Julian Edelman. He has Kevin Garnett. That's a perfect match for you.
Also, you can email us. This is George's baby. I'll let him tell you about it. But email us. Tell them how they can email us.
The chat at Nesson.com. Any sports questions, any life questions, anything you want. Put your name on it. If you want to get the shout out on the show, of course, we love to spread the love. If you want to put no name, that's fine. Just send in the email and we'll give the advice out there. But that's the chat at Nesson.com.